like to call to order the Hatfield Township Board of Commissioners regular meeting for September 24. Roll call.
President Zipfel.
Here.
Vice President Rogers.
Here.
Commissioner Andrus.
Here.
Commissioner Lestracco.
Here.
Commissioner Partha.
Here.
So we're going to start the evening, obviously, with the pledge, and we're going to take a little bit of a Hatfield Township privilege by asking two of our own who were part of the fire rescue moments a couple of weeks ago to lead us, and that's Mike Waldron, our fire marshal, and Mike McCann, who's our deputy fire marshal. If everyone would rise with us, and they will lead us in the pledge. I sprung that on them as I walked out the door, and actually that's usually more notice than I give other people, so you should be very excited that I gave you at least a couple of minutes notice in advance. Sometimes I just say people are doing it and they find out the hard way. Tonight is a very special night. It's celebratory in one way, but obviously because of a tragedy, that's the reason that the heroes that are in the room needed to show up. So we'll get to that in just a moment. And we want to celebrate you and say thank you. But we do have to go through our initial kind of housekeeping items. So bear with us just for a moment or two. So is there a motion for approval of tonight's agenda?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Partha, second by Vice President Rogers. Questions or comments? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor of moving ahead with tonight's agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, that is approved. We can move forward with our agenda. Citizens' comments. Any citizens' comments on agenda items? No? Okay. Consent items. Is there a motion to move the consent items into the record?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Lestracco, second by Commissioner Andrus. Those consent items are the Board of Commissioners meeting minutes of August 27 and September 10, the Treasurer's report for the month of September, and the bills payable. Paid bills in the amount of $56,081.10, and unpaid bills in the amount of $1,547,034.56. With that, I'll call the question. All in favor of moving those into the record, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, we move those into the record. That is approved. Okay, we have a very special evening, and so I'm going to go down to the podium, and there's a whole lot of people to say thank you to. So give me one moment. You want to start the video? Yeah, actually, why don't we do that before I go down to the podium? We have a very special video that our own Jay Gordon put together. Jay, thank you so much for doing this. I saw an initial draft of it. It's fantastic. It really captures the greatness of the moment. And so, AB, whenever you're ready.
Unit dispatch and operating Hatfield Village. On arrival, assist utilized fire officer. Montgomery Lieutenant 12 responding. Okay, Lieutenant 12. Okay. That's 1055, okay. Call from apartment Q, Quebec 18, reporting a room on fire.
I got a 3-story bar in South apartment. I got smoke showing from the second floor, Charlie side. We have our own hydrant. We'll be stretching 200 to 90 feet.
Just 71, okay. station in front of exit 17. Receive.
And it's empty allegation.
Everybody ready to go?
All right. So tonight's a big deal, right? For a lot of different reasons, a lot of different people to say thank you to. I think it's pretty much, we could probably just start a line and one by one, everyone who's in the audience tonight gets a thank you. But I want to start off by saying first, even before I mention, for people who are watching or who are here and don't entirely know exactly what took place, before I even talk about the fire and everything that you all did, the world's pretty crazy right now in a lot of different ways. And I think pretty much everybody feels that in a lot of different ways. And the phrase that people use oftentimes is the world's on fire. And unfortunately, just back on August 28th, a small part of our Hatfield caught fire. And we're here tonight, obviously, not to celebrate that moment, but the moment where all of you came and rushed in and saved the day. And it's not about just August 28th, because you didn't just wake up on the 28th and say, hey, I'm going to volunteer today, right? It's about all the years in advance of that where you volunteered, all the training that you went through, all the time that you spent that no one else is going to even know took place, so that on August 28th, you were ready, you were prepared, and you were skilled enough to come in and save the day. So it's not just that moment in time, it's all of the commitment that you had before that. And that's our thank you to you this evening. And there's I think no other better way than to at least recognize you, than to bring you up. I promise you that I'm gonna miss somebody. I've been thinking about this all day. I know I'm gonna miss somebody. I've got a list of names. I wanna thank each and every one of you. My sincerest apologies if there is a name that I miss that has got nothing to do with anything other than this is the largest thank you that we've needed and had since I've been here, since I've been a commissioner. And it was a total joint effort. It's not just one of the fire companies, right? It's not just one of a local company that came in and helped with donations. It's everybody. So at the end there, you saw Hatfield proud and Hatfield strong. Tonight is emblematic of that the most, because it's about you and it is about all of you as different organizations coming together. All right, so I think everybody knows Thursday, August 28th, roughly around 2 p.m., the fire begins. We know that 24 apartment units were affected by the fire. We know that 15 families were moved to new apartments within the complex. We know that 6 families were relocated. We all know that now. But what we didn't know is how many people we were going to have come and help save the day on the 28th and all the days afterwards with donations. That was the real unknown to us. And boy, did Hatfield come through. You all did. So I'm going to start off with, and my apologies, I know I'm taking a little bit of a Hatfield Township privilege, but our own township employees, the 2 mics, if you would both come up and join me. Yep, I'm going to embarrass you just for a moment or two. So Waldron and McCann, the fire marshal and deputy fire marshal, these are the two of the most unassuming township employees that we have, and they have responsibilities that I'm pretty sure you might be in charge of more things than I realize. It's fire, it's code, it's everything. And I see them everywhere, and I kind of chuckle. I'm kind of like, I saw them outside of that place working, then saw them over here working, walking in, walking out. These are 2 of the busiest guys that we have, and we want to say thank you. Waldron was there on his day off, right? Am I getting this right? Is the story right? And you were there within 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yes.
And so, there's commitment, and then there's commitment. And he definitely shows that. And Mike McCann is not only our deputy, but also is a Hatfield volunteer, so you were there in 2 capacities. As far as employees were concerned, he was closest to the fire. I know that all of you were, but meaning Hatfield Township employees, he was our eyes and ears. By the way, I think that was your video that we watched at the very beginning as you pulled in. So that you were experiencing what Mike was experiencing when he pulled in, and I'm a little surprised you didn't have an audible gasp of some sort and say a few things, because that was a real, Commissioner Andrus and I were just talking about it. There's some real intensity in those flames, and I'm sure.
Unfortunately, we see that often enough. It's not a surprise.
Not too surprising? Okay, well, we want to say thank you for sure. I mean, you're our in-house Hatfield heroes, and so we have a little something for each one of you. It says, I'll read this one, and then a lot of them are similar. So, to a true community champion, you make Hatfield a special place. And I have to tell you, I've handed out a lot of awards, but that's succinct, to the point, and a fantastic one. So congratulations and thank you to both of you.
Thank you.
I asked if they wanted to say anything, and that was a no. So those who come up, if you'd like to say something, you're absolutely entitled to it. This is your moment, and you're absolutely, we're thrilled to have you if you want to say something. So Hatfield Fire, I think we have Chief Steve Sherlock, and I think Dean Mininger might be here. If either of you are here, you want to come up? No? I think Dean's on his way, so he's going to walk. Oh, there, he's standing right in front of me, and there's Steve. I'm looking out, and I didn't see it, so thank you. So I'm saying thank you to both of them as representatives of the entire crew, but I'm going to go through the names of those who joined them, whether they were able to join us here tonight or not. So Engine 17 arrived in less than 3 minutes and 4 seconds from the call. So let me put that into perspective just for a second. For those who don't realize it, we are standing amongst volunteers, right? These are volunteer firefighters. They are not sitting there all day paid, and that's no reflection or negative reflection on anyone who's a paid firefighter. But our township is covered by Hatfield Fire and Calmer Fire, and these are the people who jump up in the middle of the night or in the middle of the day, rush to the firehouse, and then rush to the home to save not just person but also property. And I mean, talk about having a small town that takes care of its own. The whole concept of volunteer firefighters is starting to dwindle and go away. And we hold on to it strong with both of these companies, and we're thrilled that both companies are so involved, and we're here that day. So I'm going to ask that the Hatfield Fire guys, along with the leaders, come join me. So guys who were firefighters who were there on the scene. Connor McCann, who ran the scene, as I understand it. Connor, are you here? Connor, come on up. Jeremy Boyce. Andrew Coffey. Nicholas Borglum. Madden Ream. Tom Sawinski. Tyler Johnson. Elijah Robinson. Sean McCauley. Blake Dierkus. Andrew Lurch. I know Andrew. So a great thank you to all of you, but I do know a story that I'll share about him. He was up on the roof, the one that was probably in flames, cutting holes in the roof that probably saved many an apartment. So I know each of you had a very unique and special contribution. I heard about that one, and that is particularly special. So thank you, Angie. Josh Kraus. Kenny Lurch. Mike McCann. And Steve Sherlock. Okay, so at the station, you know, I guess, and maybe I'll say this and maybe I'm going to put my foot in my mouth. Not everybody gets to go fight the fire. Sometimes people have to stay at the firehouse because there could be other calls, and there oftentimes are other calls. So at the station at the time were Alex Borglum, Liam Ramsey, and Bill Seaschultz. Okay. All right, did I capture everybody?
Yes.
Steve, I got everybody from your
Yes.
company? Okay.
Well, Terry's here.
Oh, Mr. O'Donnell, Terry O'Donnell, who has contributed. I've known Terry for going on 16, 18 years now, and I have to tell you, he has quietly contributed to our township in ways that people don't even realize. So, Terry, thank you. Appreciate it. So Hatfield Fire, everybody receives? Yeah, for this evening, we're going to give it to the representatives. Yep. This is to bring back to the firehouse, and then we'll have something else for everyone else, and we really appreciate it, and we want to say thank you so much. So thanks, guys. Hey, Steve, you want to say something? I'm striking out here. All right. Calmer Fire. Deputy Chief Mark Valancourt. Mark? There he is. Seven firefighters on the scene in minutes. Many of them hopefully are with us. I think they are because they're probably all sitting right here. So let's bring your crew up. Oh, President Doug Servey is with us. Doug, if you don't mind coming up. Those who were at the fire also include Chief Tim Yules, Scott Sovakol, Engineer Jim Swartley, Josh Sovakul, Kurt, oh yeah, no, you got to come up. If your name gets called, you have to come up. Curtis Daywalt, Ryan Allison, Neil Franklin, I was going to say 41 years with the, yep. Neil's been with Calmer for 41 years. People don't volunteer for anything in the world, in the world today for 41 years, especially such a great organization as that. Yeah, really, thank you very much.
12 years ago with Black Eddie.
Is that right?
So I'm 53 years with fire service.
Wow.
53
He's
years.
53 years with fire service because he was with Black Eddie for 12 years. So that is a it counts. It does count. That is a commitment. That is a vocation. So thank you. Steve Weiss. Doug Servey Jr. Okay, can I get everybody? Jim. Jim Nagel, thanks. Thank you. I was looking for Jim. After we give you this, these awards to bring back to the fire, and then everyone has their opportunity, we're going to take pictures. So we're going to embarrass you a little bit more. So hold on a few more minutes. I'll give you this, and then after you sit down, we'll take some photos, okay? Oh, I already gave you the fire. We're not giving you two. All right, round of applause for Calmer. Fantastic job. Thank you.
Oldest active member.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You can.
A year older than Jim Schwartz.
Oh, I'm sure Jim loves to hear that. All right, we're going to embarrass him just for a second. Hatfield Township Police Department Chief Bill Tierney and his yes, he was not expecting this, but obviously our police were there as well. Did an absolutely wonderful job. Thrilled. They are a topic of conversation with us regularly to say thank you, and we want to add to that for this evening. So, Bill, I'll give you one of these.
Well, obviously, I was not at the fire, and this night is about all you folks. Our guys were there. We arrived. You take over all the big stuff. So this is all for you. But thank you.
That is Chief's least favorite thing in the world to do, and I mean the least favorite thing to do. So, when he comes up here, that's a special moment when he shares like that. So, okay, next is VMSC. From the VMSC ambulance is Lori Duza. Lori? Thank you so much. So I think most people know what VMSC does, but I don't think they realize that they're like everywhere. Every moment, every phone call, every single time someone calls 911 and there's something going on, especially in, the surrounding area, but especially in Hatfield, they're there to help save. And so they were there that day, and I'm sure that an hour later, you were probably somewhere else, and then somewhere else, or at least if not you, then your members were there. And so very special thank you to them. Appreciate it. All right, so then we have the American Red Cross. Lynn Cohen, I think. Is Lynn here? That's fine. The three of you can come up. I'm not sure. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Ed Robold, Diane Hurd, and Sean Snyder. Come on up. Yes, that did sound like a Price is Right moment where I said, come on. Thank you very much. We're keeping this group busy. Not only are they busy as a result of, this fire, but they come here and we give blood, and, this staff and large portions of their staff are here on a regular basis. And I was here, and it was incredible to see how long they went all day long with all the volunteers taking blood as needed, and then the follow-up afterwards. So it's just incredible what you do every day. So thank you very much. All right, we have a special resident who we want to recognize. I mean, we have a lot of special residents. There's no doubt about that. It's what makes us fantastic. But this resident has now gotten a nickname that I'm sure she might be mildly embarrassed to have, which is the Most Valuable Neighbor Award. Uh-oh.
That's to go. It's going to be a small picture.
All right.
Saved by the rain.
Yeah. Great service.
I don't think they're just trying to get out of photos. Although it's possible. I know a couple of them very well, so I'm not so sure that that's not entirely true. But you know what, folks? Doesn't that display exactly what we were talking about earlier, right? All right, so we have a resident who we want to recognize in particular, who, like I said, who's gotten now the nickname of Most Valuable Neighbor. And before I go through all the great things that I've learned about her, I'd like Jess Gilmer to come up. You come on over here, and yes, I'm going to embarrass you a little bit, but all with compliments.
Great. Well, that's going to be even more popular. Nice to meet you.
And you'll think about whether you want to say something, but if you don't want to, that's fine too. Okay. All right, so let me tell you what she did, and that we learned about, and that we knew, and it's a lot. And so the fire takes place. By the way, she's a small business owner, and I have no problem. What's your business? I don't mind sharing it at all.
Simple reprieve. I've come here and done chair massage for you guys.
Okay, so, I have no problem. When somebody does something fantastic like this, on not just once, but again and again and again.
That is not my did.
No, that's fine. But you know what? There's no reason why people shouldn't recognize you, not only here for your kindness, but also professionally. So, and what is the name of it again?
Simple reprieve massage therapy.
Simple Reprieve Massage Therapy. Keep that in mind. So, she's a small business owner who lives in the building next door to the fire in Hatfield Village. She was undoubtedly the first to jump in and start soliciting and organizing donations, picking up and dropping them off. Our staff came to me and said, "We don't think you slept for 2 weeks." Sound about right? First 2 weeks after the fire?
I think I was walking like this at the end, like hobbling around because my body was toast, and I was just like, no, they still need stuff.
And it's not because of the fire, it's because of her volunteerism associated with it. She purchased mattresses, pillows, and other items for the victims. She solicited donations from businesses all over the place, the ones that she belongs to, such as the Souderton Telford Business and Professional Women Group. She coordinated with other early responders, especially Poppy's Tavern, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. Poppy's was extraordinary. She's a great lady. She's the owner of that. She also reached out to businesses to help her move the donations from Poppy's to Hatfield Village, coordinated pickups from all affected families, which is no small task because that's nonstop coordination for sure. Coordinated helpers to sort the donations, also no small task. Even solicited, and this one is the one that kind of gets you when you hear it. She even solicited a Lilo and Stitch item for an autistic young woman affected by the fire. I figured I'd get you with
They
that.
came up in droves. I told her by the end of the day, the stuff would be here, and it was.
That is unbelievable. So talk about, specialization and focus on one of the folks who needed it, and you found it, and that's fantastic. And so there's a story to tell as well that also kind of takes your breath away. And you'll correct me if I'm wrong, because this is secondhand for sure.
I will.
You were in line at a Walmart with a shopping cart loaded with items for the fire victims, right?
Some lady thought I was having a party.
And some lady thought that she was having a party and asked her about it. And you told her,
I said,
this is
"No."
more compelling.
I was like, no, that's not what's happening. I said there was a fire and everything like that. And then she went on her way and I went on my way. And as I was checking out, she went to get behind me in line. And I was like, oh, no, it's me. You don't want to get behind me with this cart full of stuff. And her and her husband went and checked out. And when they came back, sorry, so
It's okay.
it's like, I like
I know
thinking
it's
about
gonna be
everything that
emotional.
happened. It's just so amazing. She stopped by at the checkout and she's like, here, and she handed me $50. And I said, oh, it does take a community. And she goes, oh no, we're from Florida, just visiting. We just wanted to help. And it was, yeah, sweet.
It's wonderful. And then another quick story is a client from her business scheduled a massage for her mother and who was visiting from Florida. And that person ended up Venmoing $100 just for the fire contribution because you were so involved and had been giving so much, Jess had been giving so much to the cause and the effort here. And any one of these things is noble and admirable to do one of these things. Just to go to the Walmart and say, yeah, we're going to fill up the big bin, the big cart, and we're going to bring it over, and people say, yes, that's a great contribution. All of these things is a small effort by a small army. And so she did it all by herself. And we want to say, well, not by yourself, but you coordinated it. You were the coordinator of all this, so we want to say thank you for this.
I can't say anything. I was gonna cry.
Okay.
But I am so grateful
Okay, so the fire obviously happened at Hatfield Village, and no small task for Hatfield Village. I'm not sure if we have any representatives here tonight. Do we have Joanne Malcolm, Mike Dawson, Samantha Saludi, or John Keller here? So let's talk about, how you doing? Let's talk about all the different things that you probably had to deal with. And as we were preparing for tonight, I thought to myself, in addition to doing all the things that you've probably never had to do, or at least never do it on this scale before, right? The phone calls, the emails, the inquiries, everything, not just on the 28th, but then for the weeks after. That by itself is a Herculean task. But let's talk about some of the great things they did. They coordinated and sorted countless donations made to them by residents throughout Hatfield in our community room here. Helped unload dozens of donation deliveries. You went over our first group of donations. Stephanie made calls, and in 2 minutes we had apparently a small army of Hatfield Village maintenance people who were here to unload the trucks and to coordinate and to organize, right? Like I said, we can only imagine how many inquiries you got. You're also spreading out gift cards that you receive, so residents can receive something every month through the end of the year, which is a great thought, because when events like this happen, it's great that people rush in at the moment, but it's 3 weeks, 2 months, 4 months later when they still need the assistance. And of course, these are the people who are responsible for finding a place to live and redistributing them and everything and all their possessions somewhere else on the property or otherwise. So these folks found the second home, is what I call it. So congratulations and thank you.
We too would like to collectively thank Jessica for what she did for the community. We truly appreciate that. It was a very, very, very rough experience for everyone, and we're so grateful to you and all of you. So thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Okay, is Jessica Dawson here?
No.
Oh,
I know, I'm very upset. You're my wing woman, you didn't show up.
not upset mad, upset like, we missed an opportunity to say great things about a great person. So let's talk, we'll still talk about poppies, absolutely. Let's talk about what they did. They brought food for the displaced families the day of the fire. Less than 2 hours after the fire alarm sounded, Poppies posted on Facebook, opened its doors to the victims, and if they needed a place to regroup and receive a free meal, it was there. And served as a collection point for donations. I mean, I saw pictures and posts and everything else. It went on for days and days, and Poppies was just extraordinary. And so it wasn't just the meals, it was the coordination, it was allowing their facility to be that place, the sorting and the logistics and all of it. It just truly was demonstrated an awful lot of caring on their part, and Poppies is just a great place. And again, congratulations to them. We'll get Jessica an award as well. So congratulations to you. Okay, some other contributors. Hatfield Pizza donated all the food and provided food for the Red Cross as well on the day. Randy Deal, Asset Protection Operations Coach. Is Randy here? No? Okay. So in addition to making a contribution, a cash contribution, they also contributed bedding, sheets, blankets, comforters, lamps, and other items that the fire victims desperately needed, like right away. That came from Randy Deal. Again, it's Asset Protection Operations. That's his job. He's at the Walmart store in Hatfield. There's the owner of Artec Nail Bar Salon here. Kathy, are you here? No? Okay. Donated gift cards for salon services and other gift cards. And then I have a list of Hatfield entities, companies, and otherwise that made donations and helped out with logistics, so I'll just read through those. Hatfield American Legion donated $500. Toy Handyman Services moved donations around. MJ's Recycling and Disposal Solutions, they moved donations and donated some brand new Philly shirts. It's very timely and great. BJ's Wholesale Club donated new clothing. The Hall Guys, H-A-U-L, the Hall Guys, they moved donations. Bone Johnson offered tutoring help for students affected by the fire.
Mr. President, Ryan Weiss, Mr. Bone Johnson is here if you want to give him an award. He needs an award back there.
Brian, you do. Come on up. Ryan and I have known each other on and off a little bit, but getting to know each other better more recently. And as I was reading that, I didn't put two and two together.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
I know the great work that he does with students, but I was just about to say, that's another one of those forward-thinking plans, because it's great, again, the contribution in the immediate need, but also this is for kids a week and further on down the road. I don't know if you want to say something.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to say anything. I was just here to support, everybody I know in the township. I grew up here. I live here, my entire life. And, as I'm getting a little bit older, I'm trying to expand my reach and, help out my township wherever I can. And this fire just really put into perspective how connected everybody is. I mean, right out of college, I spent time working for County Dispatch. I was there for about 7 years. Through some pretty, some pretty tough times. So I've experienced the other side of that, hearing, not so much in the field, but hearing and planning and dispatching and coordinating. So I appreciate the dedication that goes into a service like this. And to see the entire community come together to support Hatfield Village was it was nothing short of amazing. Everybody jumped without question in to help the people that needed it the most. So I just want to say thank you to everybody here. Thank you to the commissioners. Thank you to everybody involved. And please just keep doing what you're doing and making Hatfield great.
Very well said. Next is Be Still Nutrition, offered drinks for displaced residents. Anyone here from there? Giuseppe's Pizza. Giuseppe's is always very willing to donate. Helping Hands was an organization providing food, and the Giant Food Store also making contributions. So we're going to start. We'll take our pictures. We'll bring folks up as on individual groups. But before we do that, let me just make one more comment, which is, thank goodness we don't have to have nights like this a lot. But when we do, we know that we have not just a few people, but groups of people to rely on. We all can sleep a little bit better each night knowing that we have the support of our neighbors. You're the neighbors who are saving the day. You're Hatfield heroes, and we really appreciate it. So thank you very much. Why don't we start with Calmer? We'll take some photos up front here.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, Mike and Mike, come on. We're spoiling the good picture. Red Cross.
I'm sure they know that Jerry's a blood of ever. Yeah.
Hold on, we're gonna get a picture of us. I want to, before you, Jay, just give me a second. How do you take the photo? You see the line of the
Well, we have a machine that we were in the car.
Oh, yeah, how many people can you sit with? You got We'll take one picture of my camera. Yep.
It's off. It's all coming. All right. I remember you from home for that. You hear about the super now? Yes. Well, here's the funny thing.
It's very heavy. Please help.
We're going to do those two first, yes.
I don't know. I'm not the tutor.
Unless you hold it against your shirt, you're not going to be able to see it anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
Word up.
All right, let's get the commissioner.
It's been many moons since they were there. Yeah. It's all your name and address. I mean, I was right. It was so good. I was like,
Yeah, I think I would take it done. That's what I did when I was growing up myself. I got on my call.
Do your parents work for the school district? It's a different family. Okay. Let's ask her.
Yeah.
Get it up.
Thanks, Jay.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Jay.
Thanks, Jay.
Okay. We only have a couple of quick items left, not nearly as exciting or interesting. That's your night, whatever you want. Okay, we'll jump into the two action items. So first is Resolution 25-15. Is there a motion for approval of the Bexley neighborhood to accept dedication of Holly Lane and begin the 18-month maintenance period for public improvements? Is there such a motion?
So moved.
I think everyone made the motion. Is that possible to put in the minutes?
have
That would be tricky. We'll figure it out.
All right, we'll just, I'm going to go with Commissioner, I'm going to go to go from my right to my left.
was-
You
yeah,
two
it
get
was
this, and
these
then you
guys.
two get the next one.
My ears-
Commissioner Lestracco made the
No, it was him.
motion.
It wasn't me. It really wasn't me.
Okay, well.
I mean, I'm just being honest, I really couldn't speak.
Vice President Rogers made the motion.
Wasn't
Is
me.
there a second?
Get through there, yeah.
Second. Commissioner Andrus made the second. All right. Aaron, you want to walk us through that?
That was the hardest motion I've ever sat through.
It was. Well, I was just going to go
done.
down the row.
You worked
but
through it.
couldn't work out.
Thanks, Mr. President. Just quickly, our township engineer did a great job at the workshop explaining this item 2 weeks ago. It's simply, we're at the point of this land development project, which was the extension of Holly Lane neighborhood they call Bexley, was built by WB Homes. It has reached a point where all the public improvements are done and have been certified by our township engineer. This action accepts the road. This will be a public road because it is an extension of a public road. So as of now, we will be responsible for maintaining it and plowing it and providing all those services that we do. In addition, all the other public improvements will now start a clock of 18 months in which our township engineer will keep an eye on them. And at the end of 18 months, the developer would have to replace anything that fails at that point. So that clock begins as of this consideration.
All right. Commissioners, questions or comments? Residents, commissioners, any questions or comments? No. All right, then I'll call the question. All in favor of Resolution 25-15, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, that is approved. All right, next is Resolution 25-16. Is there a motion for approval with regard to the pension obligations for 2026? Motion by
Second.
Commissioner Andrus, second by Commissioner Partha. Aaron, you want to walk us through this?
Sure. Thanks, Mr. President. And Commissioner Andrus did a great job of highlighting these obligations at the workshop meeting in his finance report. Pension obligations for the township have slightly increased for 2026. However, we are still holding our breath because of a recent valuation done by our actuary hasn't been entirely completed. So we have still a window of time that when that gets completed, that could adjust these numbers and help with our liability might decrease. So, but even if it doesn't, the increase is 1 to 2% going into 26. So something that we will obviously incorporate into the budget that we'll be meeting about in the next few weeks. And we'll plan accordingly for 26.
Okay.
That's all I have.
All right, any questions or comments? Residents, any questions or comments? All right, hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor of Resolution 25-16, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, that is approved. Mr. Solicitor, any report?
Nothing to report tonight.
All right, good to hear for that from the solicitor. Citizens' comments. Any citizens? We don't have many citizens left. Citizens' comments? Nope. All right, if there's no citizens' comments, then I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Lestracco, second by Commissioner Partha. Any questions or comments? If not, I'll call the question. All in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, we're adjourned. Thanks for coming out, folks.